You are about to enjoy an It Takes Three Network podcast.
Welcome back to Let's Talk OC, an OC podcast. I'm Michelle.
I'm Liz.
And we are also joined by our patron and friend, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey, everyone.
We're so excited. Mike, as you guys all know, is our ice cream correspondent, bringing us the best ice cream flavor to match the episode every single week. Tonight, we are discussing Seth Cohen, which, Mike, you chose. I know you love Seth Cohen. Obviously, that's why you chose him, right, to be on this episode?
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. All right, so Seth Cohen was portrayed by Adam Brody. His first appearance was in Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. Last appearance, Episode 16 of Season 4, The End's Not Here. Near, it's here.
It's
This
your
second we
brain.
go.
I know,
Every
your
time.
brain. It just goes
And
back.
it's written.
I know.
And you know what? Before I got to that, I'm like, Michelle, don't say here.
Don't say it.
Don't say
That's
here.
why.
Don't say here.
Yeah, you have a habit of doing that. I'm not just like pointing out like shame Michelle, but you always get in your head
I know.
with things like that, and then you say it anyway. So you just try not to even remember to say it wrong or right or whatever.
Yeah. Total amount of episodes, 92.
He's in all
He's
the
in
episodes.
all of them. Yeah. So Seth's relationships were Anna, Summer, and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And then Summer again.
And then Summer, and then maybe not, and then Summer again, and
Yeah. So we've been asking this question when we get to the relationships part. Who is your favorite relationship for Seth? Mike, take it away.
Okay, well, obviously it'd be Summer. I mean, Anna, I loved Seth and Anna together, but all along that kind of relationship wasn't a real relationship. It was more of a friendship and two friends sort of thinking they should be dating, but they should just be friends. Whereas with Summer, it was, he named his boat after Summer before he even talked to her. So it has to go with them.
Agreed.
You gotta agree. Yeah.
Seth and Murray, we can't argue with Seth and Murray.
Right. And then Alex and him, well, didn't really work.
Yeah, no. And I think it was just as Alex described it, they're each other's in between.
Yeah.
Setting
Which you need,
Yeah.
but they're not your forever.
right.
And Seth wasn't himself when he was with Alex, because he tried to be like the bad boy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
That's just not who he was.
It's true.
Yeah. So before we get into the discussion, our ice cream scoop of the week, Mike, do you have one for Seth?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Before I get into that, though, I just want so I re-listened to the ice cream bonus episode
Yeah.
to get what the three of you said, the third one being Ant. So Michelle and Ant said Seth was mint chocolate chip.
Mhm.
And Liz said Cherry Garcia because it's not everyone's favorite, but it's quirky, and so that's why she picked Cherry Garcia.
Thank you for reminding me.
I picked Butterscotch Ripple. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I would say the scoop for him would be coffee ice cream, and the reason why is because he's kind of like a high energy and has a strong personality, which coffee is, and also coffee's more of something for adults-ish, like you kind of want it as a kid, but usually it's more so for adults. And Seth is someone who's more of like an old soul and kind of gets along more with adults. The one episode when they go visit the Nana in Florida, was it? And he's like pretending he's like an old man and, shuffleboarding and playing with all the seniors. So I feel like he's more of like an old person. So I paired him with coffee for that reason. And, he is a bit high energy and kind of all over the place. So I thought it was fitting.
That's a good one.
That's perfect.
I love coffee ice cream.
I do too. Mike, do you like coffee ice cream?
I like all ice cream.
Okay. I figured, but I had to ask.
And there are people like our friend Kyle who doesn't drink coffee and they still think coffee ice cream is like one of the best flavors.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because if you don't like the taste of coffee, but also it's like the best tasting coffee because it's like sugar and cream with coffee. So,
and I also know of people who don't necessarily drink coffee, but they love the smell of coffee.
Yeah.
So they'll eat, the coffee
ice
cream. They love the smell of it. Like my mom, she doesn't drink coffee, but she likes coffee ice cream. She loves the smell of coffee, but she can't stomach coffee.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah. Mike, do you drink coffee?
I usually, so I'm more of an espresso person, so I'll just have an espresso with some sugar.
Fancy.
After like dinner or whatnot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wish sometimes we did video podcasts because Liz and I's facial expressions are just, I feel, are the same. Like, I feel like I'm looking in a mirror right now because when you said espresso, Liz and I did this like face like, oh, okay. And then when you said like after dinner, we both were like, oh.
Because we're the same.
We're the same. Yeah. No, but it's just visually.
That's funny. And I'm not even in tune to it. But then after I did it, I'm like, oh shit, we just did the same facial expression.
And we shimmied the same.
And then we shimmied to the other side. We have problems.
Anyway, okay, so let's get into Seth, his highs and lows of each season. Let's start with season 1 high. Mike, what do you have?
So when you guys first asked the highs and lows, I thought you guys meant like when was he good and when was he shitty.
Oh, we can do that if you like.
Then upon listening to the bonus episodes, it was actually like what was their like when they felt hot, like a good, and then when they felt like sad. So then I rewrote my notes based on that way. So I picked like a high for him was obviously the like him finally dating Summer, the kiss on the boat.
Yes.
And then Summer says, oh my God, I think I like Seth Cohen.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And he's like, pardon? And then the whole coffee cart thing. And then Ryan being like Ryan just coming to, being adopted by the Cohens, that himself was a high for him. He finally had a friend.
Yeah.
Fitting in. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the catalyst was Ryan, which I feel like could be for the entire story of Seth, like Ryan coming into his life, therefore his life has changed for the better. So after Ryan, because of Ryan, I should say, he did start dating Summer, which is the girl he's been pining over for his entire life, which never happens.
No.
In real life, this never happens. This is someone you've been crushing on since you were 7 years old, 8 years old, and now you're dating them. Doesn't ever happen normally.
Mm-mm.
So for him, I felt like that was like the highest moment.
Yeah. I also have just having Anna's friendship.
Very important.
Because I felt she taught him a lot. And even though Seth, had to juggle Summer and Anna, it was out of not having experience.
Yes. All right. Correct.
And then a high for us, which doesn't really count for Seth because technically in this world, Seth has been celebrating Christmaka, but we got to have the introduction
of it. Introduction of it.
Yeah. Okay. So lows, what do you have, Mike?
So Anna leaving, I think was a big low because he felt he was responsible, and then the note got thrown in the water, and then he says like, wait, that doesn't say Azerbaijan or something funny or whatever. He tries to make it comical, but he like thought it was because of him. And then Ryan leaving both times when he gets like sent back at the beginning, and then at the end when Ryan goes back with Teresa.
Yes.
Yeah. Same.
Is that what you had?
I had the final episode where Ryan goes to be with Teresa, and he goes off to Tahiti by himself, which is the lowest. But I guess he was trying to find himself after that.
Right.
But Ryan leaving, his only partner in crime, the one who's really formed his year, he's leaving. So
yeah. Okay, on to season 2. Mike, what do you have for highs?
The Spider-Man kiss.
Yes.
That's just iconic. The comic book becoming a thing, his Atomic County, and that whole liftoff, which also did have a low in it as well, but it was a high at the beginning. And I think dating Alex was kind of a high for him because it was something new and something different. And he was just kind of experiencing more and getting more like comfortable with having like friends and, girls talking to him and stuff. So I think Alex was one. So, yeah.
Yeah, Liz?
Yeah, I had Atomic County, which led to the rebirth of Seth Summer. they got back together after she realized that Zach and her probably are not, going to continue. And so that's when they have the Spider-Man kiss, which is their most epic romantic moment, in my opinion.
So good.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I had all of those plus meeting George Lucas.
Yeah, I'm sure that was really high for Seth.
Like that is an extreme, even though, he has the talk and how prom is so important, and he does, ultimately go and choose
George Lucas gave him great advice.
Yeah. Yeah. But I felt like, how could that not be a personal high? George Lucas is interested in your comic and you get to meet him.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. What about lows, Mike?
So I think what kind of happened in between with Atomic County when he was spiraling, when they went to go do the pitch, and because that was when Summer was dating Zach and he was kind of just like freaking out the whole time. So that was a low for him. And then I also think the whole Kiki alcoholic addiction thing was also kind of a low for him. At the intervention scene at the end, he did come through, but at first he was kind of hesitant about it and didn't want her to be like sent off. So
yeah. Liz?
I had in the beginning feeling abandoned by Ryan, and then coming home to the consequences of his actions when Summer has moved on to Zach.
Yes. Yeah, I had pretty much what both of you said, and then just the big of the strain of the Atomic County, because that went on for so long.
Yeah, for the audience.
I just rewatched season 2. I'm at the end of it. I was like, wow, we really do. And Summer with Zach, and you guys figure it out who's taking me to prom.
Yeah.
I don't care who does it. Someone's just doing it. Okay, season 3 highs. Mike.
So this is a little hard, I think, when we got to season 3, because Seth kind of becomes more in the shadows kind of for season 3, because I feel like it's more Marissa kind of in the prominent.
Yeah.
So I put his highs. I still when he and Kirsten kind of started hanging out, and they had their mother and son time, like when they went to the movies, and then she took him to the AA meetings where he was kind of not for at first, but then he kind of came around to it and was there for his mom. So I kind of put that as a high for him.
Yeah, I loved that.
Yeah, me too.
Scene when he did that. What do you have, Liz?
I have seeing Anna again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt like this was hard. And, the wiki and IMDb don't help you because they literally mesh season 2 and 3 together for Seth. How unfair is that?
Right.
Yes.
Like he has no storyline that it's not important enough to really add a full season worth of information on. So that was really hard for me to find a high moment when I know there's so many lows in this one for him with the whole, well, I'll get into my low. So
yeah, for highs, I just had, graduating high school, getting into USD.
Yes.
But that also comes with the lows of that, which really ties into that. So, Mike, what do you have? I'm sure we all have the same lows.
The hot phase and the whole not getting into brown and that downward spiral, accidentally burning down the Newport group.
Yeah, all of it. And the spiral of lies.
The lying.
I mean, I sound like a broken record every single week. I'm like, please stop lying, Seth. Just stop spiraling. Just tell the truth. Really frustrating to watch.
We just want you to grow up so much. So yeah. Okay, season 4 hides Mike.
So definitely at the end when he donates the blood to Ryan, and then Ryan's like, I'm starting to have the urge to listen to Death Cab and read comic books. I think that kind of made his life.
Yeah.
And then I definitely think a high for him, and also could be a low, was the whole Summer at the beginning. But he was kind of, he was freaking out at first about how she was being very distant. But I thought he did a good job and was kind of there for her and kind of gave her space, but then was there. So I kind of put that as a bit of a high. So
yeah, I think that's great. I have matured enough to watch Summer grow and gave her the space when she needed after Marissa's death. That was big for me to see.
Yeah. And especially when we open up season 4, I mean, Seth has matured and grown so much. He's hanging out with his mom in the Noopsies.
Yeah, I love that.
is hanging out with Neil and watching golf. And to me, that's like a huge growth moment.
Yeah, he's become more comfortable in his shell, and therefore I'm okay with my girlfriend. Not that you shouldn't be okay with it, but you take some maturity level and a trust in yourself to be able to do that for your partner. And so I feel like he really made the stride, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, and then of course, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that's also why I picked. For another reason for the coffee, because in season 4 he was kind of starting to act more like an adult, and with coffee it's an acquired taste over time, and over time Seth kind of grew up.
You're absolutely right.
And then my last high was, of course, marrying Summer.
Marrying Summer. I mean, that's his ultimate high. I'm sure for the rest of his life was like, I can't believe it. I got the girl.
Yeah.
It's
very sweet. What do you have for lows?
So I put the whole fake pregnant, or sorry, it wasn't fake, the pregnancy scare flash going, and then like them like him proposing, but then not really wanting it, and that spiral again of Seth and her doing their typical annoying back and forth thing. So I think that was a low.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, I know.
I hated that
I didn't
so
like
much.
that either.
I had stuck in a rut with his future. We've all been there, though, right? I mean,
that's what I put too. Just not having direction, and also Summer kind of wanting him to have direction, and Kirsten
like a forced direction.
Yeah, like knows it's going to come in time,
right?
Yeah,
he just was a little bit of a late bloomer.
That's it.
And even like, who's to say? I'm sure if he went to RISD on time, like he was supposed to, he would have flourished. But we don't know that because that's it.
Or maybe he would have flunked out, and it would have been horrible, right?
Right.
It had to go the way it was.
He just needed to figure out the path, and that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Seth's most iconic moment. So I put moment, yet I feel there are a bunch of moments for him. So Mike, what do you have?
The whole Christmas card, everything about it.
Yeah.
The coffee cart, the professing his love for Summer, take me now or lose me forever.
Yeah, he says that flat out to her, ballsy,
That is like so unlike Seth's character.
Right.
Like that, how we knew him. Like he's not someone who has that, confidence, Cohen. And he did that.
Yeah.
I was toying between those two, but I did have the birth of Chris Mecca. And just when I think of Seth Cohen, I think of that.
Yeah. Right? I mean, I do too. And then I added at the end, go save the world, Summer Roberts.
Yeah.
Because
I have that as quotes.
Is just so good. Okay, so I pulled out on Instagram for Seth asking what everyone's favorite comedic moment was, which is really hard because Seth...
He's constantly funny.
Yeah, and he's not funny in the way that when Summer dated the guy where he's like big funny.
Oh, yeah, he's not big. It's a subtle, very like sarcastic, everyday... Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Which is kind to my bagel flavor, so... Let's remember this when we get to bagels.
Okay. So people responded with, dude, I'm wearing a wife beater. Will submitted Seth when he goes, I think we need to have the talk.
Yes, with Seth, with Sandy.
I love that whole entire scene.
So funny.
We're being stealth. And he flips over the car hood as Sandy watches. Your freaking Rika was a big popular one.
Yeah.
And he comes to that moment when he gets drunk and tries to act bad to impress Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very wise, Ryan. He had a beard.
Yep.
When he asked Summer, there were people in the room filming us. When she goes to tell him about how she's also a virgin. And then, okay, so before I say mine, go ahead, Mike. What was yours?
So for comedic, so I loved season 3, episode 22, the college try, when Seth is like, yes, Kumar Zimmerman, I'm half Indian, I'm half Jewish, I'm a Hindu.
Yes, so funny.
And then in season 1, episode 10, the perfect couple, when they're in the kitchen the next day after Kirsten caught Ryan and Marissa making out. And then there's like a lot of tension, and he asks what happened, if someone could like fill him in, and then he just says, oh, I get it. I'm just here for the comic relief.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like, yes, he is.
Quintessential
exactly.
Seth.
Yeah. What'd you have, Liz?
I just had the whole, when he goes to see the Nana and he acts like an old person. Because that whole thing, I genuinely laughed. That was really funny to me.
Yeah.
Everything he said, the way he was with all of the older people at the retirement home or whatever it is, and just he was like, "This is my element.
Yeah.
This is me." And I just thought that whole part was really funny.
Yeah. For me, and this was really hard, but the scene that I think I've watched this particular episode more times than any other episode to date. And it's season 1, episode 11, The Homecoming, the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
And it's this scene where Kirsten is in the kitchen with the blender. She's making margaritas.
Marks.
Yeah, Ryan just got off the phone with Seth, and Seth now goes to tell Kirsten that Marissa's in Chino with Ryan. And so the blender's going, and it's really loud, and he's just yelling like, "Marissa's in Chino. What? Marissa's in Chino. What?" And it shuts off, and he screams, "Marissa is in Chino." And Seth goes, "Oh, wow, that actually happens in real life." And that kills me every single time because I'm like, this is just so perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I also had the one in season 2 when Ryan asked to borrow Captain Oates because they want to make the wooden horse, and then Seth says to Captain Oates, "If he touches you anywhere weird," and by weird I mean, and he whispers in Captain Oates' ear, "I want you to neigh as loud as you can," and then Ryan punches him. That's also a funny moment.
That is funny.
Also, I was saying to Liz off mic when we were coming up with this question, when they go to see Rooney, and Luke is just screaming, "Rooney!" Because Seth is like, "Who sings this song?" And he's like, "Let's just keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way." Yeah.
It's just so funny.
He definitely has some good
I know.
quotes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a question from Will. Will. He says, question for all of you, especially knowing Liz and Michelle's conflicting opinions of all 3 characters. Fuck, marry, and kill.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Seth, Lucas, Dan Humphrey.
Oh.
I had to put Dan Humphrey at the end just in case I didn't want Aunt to read this email and start dreaming of Dan Scott again.
So Lucas, Dan, and Seth?
Correct.
Fuck, marry, kill.
So, Mike, you can go first. I'll give you
Okay.
Will's answer after all of us.
Okay.
This is hard.
So
I have my answer.
Okay. What's his name? I forget his name right now from the Revercore podcast. Is not
Oh,
Revercore.
Simon.
Simon. He's not gonna like this, but
It's okay.
kill Lucas. Fuck Dan, marry Seth.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is so hard for me.
Well,
Do you
for-
know? You know
I
yours?
know mine.
Please
oh,
go.
yeah. Mine was like a no-brainer. Fuck Lucas,
Mhm.
marry Seth,
Yeah.
and kill Padge because I don't know Padge
Right.
very
It's
well.
too soon to tell with
And
Padge.
really,
You know.
I feel nothing towards him. Like Seth is nostalgic for me. Plus, I'm attracted to him if I'm being superficial here.
Right.
And Luke is probably just a good
Because he's
time.
good looking, you know. I mean, I want to sway on that side. It's a toss up
Aren't you
between.
killing Seth? You can't stand
I know
him.
I can't stand Seth, but also like I feel like I would have to kill Seth.
She's trying.
I would
but
have
I
to.
see-
Yeah, I was really trying. But I'm gonna have to kill Seth. I might. No, I don't want to marry Dan. Damn it. You know what? You know what?
Threesome.
Right?
Don't forget about the threesome.
I'm gonna kill Dan, fuck Seth, and marry Lucas.
Okay, that's good.
Just so I get it out of my system. It's like a hate fuck, you know?
Yeah. Wait, who are you fucking?
Seth.
Okay.
Because
so-
I can't marry Patch. I can't.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, so Will says, I'm a straight man. That doesn't mean I can't take my picks. If I was going to pick, it would fuck Lucas, marry Dan,
Nice.
kill Seth.
Wow.
Lucas has the most fuckboyish qualities. Dan has some depth that brings longevity. Seth has a higher ceiling with his personality over Lucas and Dan, but a lower floor with his selfishness.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Love that.
Yeah, no, that was a really fun question. Thank you.
Yeah,
Will.
thank you. That's really fun.
Yeah.
The choices are fun. I didn't expect those
Yeah.
choices. So
Yeah. Okay. Question for the 3 of us that I cannot wait to hear your answers. If you were, this is not from Will.
Oh.
Yeah, Liz, you know it's coming. You guys know it's coming. But if you were a member of the Atomic County, what would your name and power be? Mike?
So I channeled a little bit of Marissa is Cosmo Girl and Ryan is Kid Chino. So Seth used kind of their characteristics to build their character. So Marissa, her drinking problem, so she has her flask. Ryan punches, so his fist of fury. So my biggest attribute, I think, is I'm a loudmouth. I'm a talker. I'm always talking. So my voice, so I said I'd be the persuader.
Ooh, I like that.
So I would be able to, persuade people into doing things. So I don't know if either of you have watched the show Heroes.
Loved Heroes. Yes.
I'm watching for the first time. I'm only on season 1, so don't spoil anything.
Oh my God. It's good after, it's not good after like season 2, but it's really, really good in the beginning.
I know. It's really, really good. But the one lady on there, that's what she was able to like convince people by talking. So I think that would be she would talk and
love that.
Do things. So I think that would be my thing, because I've been told that I'm like a smooth talker during like a networking seminar I went with, because I'm really good at like working a room and like just talking to people. So I think that would be my power.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all.
I love that. To take it a step further, what would you wear?
Oh,
I didn't think of this.
Okay,
yeah, that's hard.
I'll let Liz answer, and then I'll come back to you. I'm just curious.
So I based my character off of when John, Sam, and I would play racquetball. And John would call me Jumper, because I literally would jump up so high to, swat the ball with the racket. And he's like, Jumper's in the building, Jumper. And so I liked that, and so I would be a jumper, which reminds me of the movie with Hayden Christensen where he's a jumper. Ever. It's such a good movie. Rachel Bilson's in that movie as well.
Right. Yeah.
And so he can jump from like picture to room to, it's really cool. I don't know what I would wear. Maybe I would wear some like cat suit.
You would have to.
It would have to be a cat suit.
Yeah.
So
mine would be, I'd be called Ruby, because Mitch Ruby, everyone calls me that.
Yes.
Right? And my power would be, I would be able to speak cat, and then I would rescue the cats.
It's like a parcel tongue for cat.
Yes, exactly. And so every cat that either was in trouble or being tortured or needed a home, I would set them up with, whether it's heated beds outside, or I could just speak to them.
That's perfect.
Would you look like Hermione in the second book after she took the polyjuice potion?
Yes. Oh, and she's like in the bathroom stall, and she's like, "Don't come in here."
Yeah.
Poor Hermione.
Mike, did you think about what you'd wear?
Yes. So I think I would wear like bright colors, because that just goes with like my personality. And I would have, I want to say like a bright green, and then it'll have like a purple P on it for the persuader. And then I think I would have like a sort of I'd be holding like a megaphone or something, just to like channel my voice into them.
Very cute.
Love it. For our wedding, which if you guys follow us on Let's Talk OC on Instagram, Ingrid gave Aunt and I a canvas. I'm staring at it right now of the Atomic County with the 4 main, and then I'm drawn into there as Ruby, and Ant is drawn into there as Fire Ant, and then Liam and Sully are in there too.
It's really cute. It's really good. That was a really great gift.
Yeah.
And that was before she knew, because I was like way before the
way before.
She didn't know anything about, because I remember you guys talking about it earlier on in this podcast. Oh, well, you'll get to that in season 2 or something.
Yeah. She was just, I remember her telling me, those characters that they dressed up as for Halloween, I think I'm going to do something with that. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So I'm staring at myself as Ruby, and it's just like this spandexy outfit with like a ruby, like a red in the middle.
It's very cute.
Like channel my cat heart. Okay.
Speaking of the cat, Sully's like, here I am.
Okay. So your overall favorite quote of Seth?
It's hard.
This was really hard.
He has a lot of great comedic quotes.
I know, but even if it's not even comedic, like
right. No, mine isn't. Mine's sort of comedic. There's always like a little sarcasm in it.
Right. What do you have, Mike?
So there's 2 of them, and I've already wrote them when we did. I don't know what it was that we did, but you read them on the podcast. But I'll just say them again. So the one is "Go Save the World," Summer Roberts. Love that one. And then from season 1, when he says, okay, listen, Summer, it's not like now that me and Anna broke up, I'm now choosing you, okay? Because the whole reason that we broke up is because for me, it's always been you.
Yeah.
Summer, it's always been you. I've tried to fight it and I've tried to deny it and I can't do it. I can't. You're undeniable. Like that right there just
So beautifully said. Yeah. Love that.
Good. So good.
Yeah, that's a great one.
What do you have, Liz?
I have, you are Cohen now. Welcome to a life of insecurity and paralyzing self-doubt.
That's what I have.
You have that too?
That's literally the quote I chose.
I felt like that's Seth in a nutshell. His life, here you go, Ryan. We're the Cohens.
Yeah.
You know, welcome to the family.
It sets you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if Seth was an emoji, which emoji would he be?
Go ahead, Mike.
Because there's no emoji of menorah mixed with a Christmas tree. Can't pick that. So I did the one of the sun smiling because of summer. His whole life is summer, always has been. So I think of the sun.
Oh, that's so
cute.
That's so precious.
A sailboat would be a second choice, but he kind of dropped sailing after season 2. It
I know.
Really is part of his life anymore. But summer has always been, from the moment we meet Seth to right up until the last episode, his whole life is summer. So
That's such a good one.
Yeah, I love that.
I picked a horse for Captain Oates.
Oh.
I almost had the horse as well. And I was thinking about the sailboat too. I went with it's like a comic, a BAM.
Yes, I almost did that. It's like it looks
burst?
like a burst. It's orange and yellow burst. I almost went with that because of the comics.
Yeah, so I chose that not only for the comics, but if you type in, like, he's our yes, for Atomic County, but also he's just like this life force, like BAM, you know he's there. And when you type in, because he's the comedic force of it, he's like technically our comic.
Right.
And then when you type in comic, this is what comes up too, like the comic force. Yeah, but these were great choices.
Yeah, I like the sailboat choice too.
And the summer.
And the summer is great.
The sun is super cute. Okay, Mike, I'm super excited to hear your bagel choice for Seth.
Yes, your ice cream is always in depth, so I can only imagine what your bagel is going to be.
So I chose a specialty one. I don't know if it's like a common one other places, but it was at my university. And it was a mushroom Swiss bagel.
Wow.
Yeah. Delicious. Toasted herb and garlic cream cheese.
Oh.
Perfection.
I just got the chills. That sounds so good.
They were big, so they weren't like your average size bagels. They were bigger, and they like loaded on the cream cheese, and it was on both sides, the top and the bottom, because it is blasphemy to just put a little bit of smear on.
Oh, yeah, you have to smear both sides, of course.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No question.
And the reason why I picked him is because I think, and this is because he is a fun guy, so mushroom, fungi, fun guy. And I think that's a joke Seth would make because it's so punny and corny.
Yes,
so
it is.
Like, oh my God, that is Seth. He would totally make that joke. So that's why I picked it.
I love that. That's so perfect.
So freaking good. Man, I also want to eat that bagel.
Right? I really want to eat that bagel. I love mushrooms. I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but I really enjoy mushrooms.
In a bagel, I bet that would be really good.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
What do you have?
Now mine is going to be so dull in comparison, but I put a poppy seed bagel because it sticks in your teeth and could embarrass you later on, but it's not for everyone. And those who love Poppy will stand forever. Maybe an olive cream cheese with him because he's different and briny. LOL is what I put.
That was really good.
Thank you.
I chose a salt bagel.
Salty.
With vegetable cream cheese because, again, not for everyone, but people who love salt bagels love.
That's my sister. My sister will always get a salt bagel.
Loves salt bagels. And Seth can be a little salty.
He's very salty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I chose. Okay, so our last question.
Which we know Mike will have an answer for.
I know. Can you believe that, Mike? Our other two guests never saw Harry Potter?
I think it's so funny.
I was like, well, it'll be that thing will be broken once I'm on because I obviously watch Harry Potter. Or I know Harry Potter. So.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what we all chose. Mike, who would you sort, or which house would you sort Seth into?
So my first gut answer is Ravenclaw. But upon discussing this with a friend of mine, Slytherin is because he is a little selfish. He lies all the time for like himself,
That's
for a
right.
gain. His motives, he's more about himself. And also he kind of comes from a noble family, like Kirsten does, the Nichols. So he comes from a little bit of a noble family. So he's got that like, pure blood kind of thing. So a little bit of a Slytherin.
I love that.
What'd you pick?
I did pick Ravenclaw, but there was a part of me that did teeter on maybe with the side of Slytherin.
Well, I originally wrote Ravenclaw, but
because like that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, but when my gut feeling was Slytherin.
Slytherin, yeah.
And I had this conversation with Ant in the car because Ant's like huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
And he was like, we were talking about it, and he was like, I don't know, maybe yes, Slytherin, but he's like, it just when I think of other Slytherins like Caleb and Julie and like, those are like yes, so Slytherin,
very like pronounced.
But
this
he's
is
like,
Slytherin.
look how much he like matured. I'm like, but not all Slytherins are bad,
right? Some of them do.
Bad.
Doesn't have to be bad. Right. Agreed.
So I really like your answer. I'm glad that we all felt the same.
Yeah, we definitely did.
And I don't think if I thought about this, not on this rewatch, but I would have been like, oh,
just
no.
initial, like my gut reaction was, Ravenclaw makes sense.
But Slytherin for sure.
Slytherin is more what I would be leaning towards now.
Yes.
As a viewer watching it my second time around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Good answer. Well, Mike, do you have any questions or comments for Seth or for us before we wrap up?
Liz, what would it have taken Seth to do for him to be like your favorite? Like what would have had to happen? At what point would you have been like, yes, I'm on the Seth wagon?
I would love to have seen less selfish choices, less lying. It's not that like first go, I really did have a true place in my heart for Seth. I'm like, he's the funny one, he's a sweet guy. He loves Summer so much. I love that about him. It's just hard because you're comparing it naturally to Ryan, who I have such not only a thirst level for, but an attraction in a way where I don't know, he just shows his good side more than Seth, in my opinion. You guys can come at me. It's okay. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I don't know. I would have loved to see just more, just like softer, sweeter moments from Seth, just in general. I don't know. I love the funny bits. I do, but like you can't be Chandler Bing. Like, can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? Because like I don't really have that advice thing going on. I don't know. I did enjoy him towards the end, but for some reason on this podcast from day one, I was like, wow, he's really annoying me this time around, which I never would have thought would happen to me. But same like with Marissa, I never would have said that she was my favorite character all those years ago. So just my age and my life experience has really, it's taken toll on me. And I look at Seth, I'm like, oh, you could have been better. You could have done it. But then again, they all could. So
right.
I digress. There's nothing else I can really say. But thank you for asking.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Do you think it's because, Liz, that this show, so it's weird with the OC. I realized that you think at first it's like Seth Cohen, but it's more the Ryan show. And with Seth, even though Seth is a main character and part of the core four, I feel like he's more like a bit in the shadows.
Right.
Like his plots kind of don't really, like they're big, but not as big as, like it's very overshadowed by all the other, like Ryan or Marissa.
Agreed.
Or Summer.
Yeah. I feel like we could have done more with Seth. We could have given him more, like that's what I said before with the wiki page. Like we're really going to sum up 2 seasons worth of info in one tiny little paragraph of things that happened to him. And so it's like, well, maybe because they didn't give the character enough. Like maybe if I saw him enough and I really, really, truly on the surface saw how much he was changing, then I would have appreciated his character more than I did.
Well, as I'm touching
makes
my
sense.
heart Seth Cohen pin that I got from you guys, there's always a place in my heart for Seth Cohen.
And I love that.
There always will
Same,
be.
Mike.
And I'm always
Same.
about, like, let's have a conversation. Like, please tell me why you love Seth, because I would love you to persuade me and, like, recognize something that maybe, you know, I'm just not seeing or I haven't thought about or something like that. Obviously there's no hate towards Seth.
Right.
I do love him for what he is. He just wasn't my favorite character of this rewatch.
I think, though, where you're at, I don't think there will ever be persuasion.
No.
I think because you have this very grounded understanding.
Right. I understand where he's coming from.
Right.
Then I'm just like, well,
Right.
maybe you're not my person, then that's okay.
And that's okay. Yeah.
That's
I think
fine.
for us who have the nostalgic background, like you're tied to that.
Right.
And again, a broken record moment here. Everyone's like, "Hey, Michelle, we get it." But like at the time, that type of character on TV was a big deal.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, the cool nerd,
A cool nerd.
as I do it in quotes, listening to the same music and
Right.
plus
I mean,
really
that-
cute.
Growing up, you never really saw the nerdy guy get the popular girl. It's usually the other way
Never,
around. It's
right.
The nerdy girl getting the jock football captain.
Right. And also for him to be described as a nerd, he didn't dress like a nerd. He didn't look like a nerd. He looked like what the boys
In our high school look like. Yeah.
You know, the indie type. So,
Right.
and
It's just different. It's because he
different.
grew up in Newport where all of them were, preppy rich kids that participated in sports and they cared about materialistic things. He just wasn't like that. And you just see it's because Sandy is so down to earth. Kirsten is so, in the beginning, we definitely see that she's very focused on her work, but she is, like, personality wise, like, pretty relaxed
yeah.
in a sense. So he didn't grow up like the other kids did,
Right.
the entitled kids.
I mean, Seth was extremely
But then again, he was really
spoiled.
selfish because he was the only
very
kid.
spoiled, and I like when his parents check him a little bit.
Me too. And then when Ryan comes into the picture, he's like, oh, okay, now I have a sibling. It's like, no, I have to share and, care about
is
other
great.
people's feelings,
Yeah.
which really, he needed that.
Yeah.
Or not share a bedroom because, they have 30 million
Right.
bedrooms in that mansion, but Ryan had to be in the pool house.
Exactly.
What was that about? Or when Haley and Trey are there, they have to someone's got to bunk up.
Right?
Like you're telling me there's no extra room in
There
the
has
house?
to be. Right. There, you guarantee that at least Sandy has an office.
We
You could just
know
sleep
he
on
has
the
an
couch.
office.
Yeah, you just sleep on the couch in there. I'm sure it's got it. It's just continuity with that.
Rile us
So
up.
frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mike, this was super fun. I'm really glad we got to discuss Seth with you because I know
Yeah.
how much you love Seth.
I'm so happy to do this. I'm so glad I was picked first and got to have my first pick at the character I wanted to do the most. And
That's
I'm
true. You
glad-
were picked first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was really great. Thank you so much, Mike.
No problem. Thank you, both of you, for having me on here and doing this. And I wish you all a happy Christmaka and everyone listening.
Thank
And can't wait to see what 2021 brings.
Same.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah. Can't wait for that 2021. It's
excited.
got to be better than this, right?
Yes.
That's so
I'm
has
excited.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed our conversation with Mike.
We sure did.
We sure did. He's so great.
Yeah, he is.
Our friendly Canadian friend.
So friendly.
So friendly.
Yeah.
His Atomic County character could have been like the friendly guy.
Yeah, that's so true. He really
Right?
could have been the friendly guy.
Or friend, because I feel like he could be everybody's friend.
he is. He's everyone's friend.
Yeah. Should we do Patron of the Week?
It's time for Patron of the Week.
It's patron of the
It's
week.
patron of the week. It's patron of the
It's patron of the week. Who will it be?
It's Patron of the Week.
This week, it is Mike.
Yay!
Mike so deserves this. He's been with us for quite some time now. As we said, our friendly friend from Canada. Seriously, I mean, this month he sent us 2 bags of all dressed chips. I mean, like, come on now.
Thank you, Mike.
They're delicious, and we really love them and appreciate that so much. And we just want to say thank you. You are always a pleasure, always just up for anything. You're literally everyone's friend. Everyone on the network knows you because you definitely make a very lasting impression. And we love you very much. And we were happy to have you on this episode.
Yes, we were. But thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode all about Seth. If you like what you're hearing and you're an Apple Podcast listener, maybe consider leaving us a review and rating us 5 stars. No pressure, but 5 stars seems to be a great number. We truly love when you leave us a review. Not only does it make us smile, but it helps the show up more in the feed so more people can see it. If you have any questions for us, comments, you can send it to Let's Talk OC on Instagram, Twitter, or letstalkoc@gmail.com. We have a Patreon network, ittakes3network.com. Up there, you can see all our behind-the-scenes stuff. We have Topic Tuesday. We have group hangs, which are a lot of fun. This month's is Christmas themed, so that's a lot of fun. We have Birthday Club, and you do get the episode up a day early. And all of that comes with a really cool group of new friends that you didn't know you needed. So check that out if you want. ittakes3network.com. Also, stay tuned for our bonus episode. I know all of these are bonus episodes, but there's going to be an even a different kind of bonus episode. We're going to read the fanfic winner. As you guys know, we have a fanfic contest happening. We picked the winner this week, and we will be reading the winner's story on air for all of you guys to hear. And the winner will receive a t-shirt from everythingtheoc.com, which is super exciting.
Cool stuff.
Last time we did this, I posted all of the winners' stories on our Patreon, and it was up for public. So I'll let you guys know when all that's up if you want to read some fun fanfic. Until next week, we will be back with our episode with Lexi and all about our girl Summer.